Shannon, after what you saw last night, what shot do you give Dallas of winning this thing in Phoenix in Game 7?
Well, considering that none of the road teams have even come close to getting a victory, Skip, but I'm going to give Phoenix a real shot. Because Dallas. Dallas. I'm going to give Dallas a real shot in Phoenix because of Luca. And we see last night, Skip, if you look at it, Game 1, he scores 45, Brunson struggled, they lose. He goes for 35 in Game 2, but only 2 other players reach double figures. Game 5, he goes for 28, Brunson has 21. And so that was close, but then all of a sudden, Phoenix just takes off and run. If you look at it last night, Skip, he has 33. Brunson has 18. Bullock has 19. Dinwiddie, they've been waiting for a sighting of Dinwiddie. He goes 5 of 7 from the 3. And they need to stop letting Luca dance one-on-one with Crowder, one-on-one with Bridges, one-on-one with Ayton. That's what you need to stop doing. I'm going to get the ball, Skip, I'm going to get the ball out of his hands. I'm going to see if Finney-Smith, I'm going to see if Bullock can do that again. Kleber, I'm going to see if they can continue to rain threes. Skip, I know what Luca can do. The man is averaging 35, 36 points in 39 points damn near in closeout games. Elimination games, excuse me. So I know what he's capable of doing. But it doesn't matter. If Booker and CP3 are going to play like they played last night, Skip, what they have? Skip, they had 13 turnovers between the 2 of them. They had 22 turnovers.
Booker had 8.
Had 8.
8?
Chris Paul had 5. You can't win like that, Skip.
No.
They need, and plus, but they need more from Bridges and Jay Crowder. You can't get 16 points from those 2 guys. You got to get more than that. Chris Paul, ever since that second game, Skip, he gave you 28. Skip, the man's averaging 9. Skip, everybody, they were the betting favorites. You can't have 9 points from Chris Paul, averaging 9 points over the last 4 games. That's not good enough. Yes, it seems like home court has been the major difference. For whatever reason, I don't know if I've seen a series like this. Normally the game's at least close, Skip, but they've been blowouts. Everybody's basically getting blown out. Yeah, the games get close at the end, but they removed their starters and the backups come in and they play hard. It's an 8-point, 10-point game, but the game weren't that close. Yeah, I give them a 48% chance.
It's high.
40, yeah.
Given what we've just seen.
Yes, I'm going to give him a 48% chance. And I like Luca. Luca giving it back to Book because Book was giving it to him the other night. I love it. I love the back and forth. Personally,
so
I love it.
He did after the game. He said he loves it when they trash talk. Luca said,
yeah.
I love when they trash talk me because he knows he's going to get protected by the referee.
And they don't do that. You see Luca dunking it last night? Man, I thought Luca was Vince Carter dunking the thing coming down on Jay Crowder there.
I saw Luca flexing. I saw Luca giggling while he was running up court. I saw him flat out laughing out loud when he was running up court.
Yeah.
He's laughing at the Phoenix Suns, who ran away with the regular season and won it by 8 games over everybody in this league. He's laughing at them on his home floor. All right, you finished?
Yep.
All right. Silly me. I told you sitting in this chair 24-odd hours ago, I said, this is Chris Paul we're talking about. This is the Chris Paul we've seen in these closeout games, such as a year ago at Staples against my then Clippers. He scored 41 points, most of them in the late 3rd and early 4th. He made 7 of 8 3-point shots. I said, who is that guy and where did he come from? Then Game 6 at Jen's Pelicans this year. Game 6, he went crazy in the closeout game. Scored 33 back in his old stomping grounds in New Orleans. 33, 5, and 8. Even in Game 2 of this series, he scored 28 points. And I'm thinking, this guy has had a late career rebirth like nothing I've ever seen. It's kind of the opposite of James Harden. The older Chris gets, the better he gets. And then guess what happened? Maybe predictably right on schedule because he just turned 37 years of age. Maybe it's in his head like, am I old now? Because the last 4 games of this series, Chris Paul has averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. 9, 4, and 6.
And probably 4 turnovers.
5.
Okay, my bad.
I didn't get there. 5 turnovers.
My bad.
Who is that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just like some, Cliff Paul. This looks like Cliff is playing for Chris.
Because remember, Skip, against the Pelicans, he had like 2 games where he had like 28 assists and 0 turnovers.
Yeah. Remember he was 14 of 14 in the close. 14 of 14? Where did he go? What happened? Did he hit the wall?
Well, it seems like what they're doing, they're taking a page out of the Pelicans book. They're picking him up full court. They're picking him up with Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock.
He likes Bullock.
Bullock. Okay. Reggie Bullock is picking him up, and he's a bigger man than Alvarado. Because remember, Skip, they were Alvarado, Herb Jones, they were but it seems like Reggie Bullock is the one that's taking Chris Paul.
He's bullying Chris Paul.
And maybe he's wearing him now.
Sometimes he takes Devin Booker.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he closes the book on Book. And look what Book shot last night: 6 of 17, 0 of 4 from 3. How are you going to win like that? So again, silly me. I sat here yesterday and I said, you know what? This is Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Monty Williams, the coach of the year, and a team that just ran away with the regular season. I said, they're going to take a stand tonight. And they're going to say, enough of this. We're going to close the book on you. And it was absolutely the opposite. So I told you yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, in my career, I have never seen such home arena swings, home court swings like I have in this one. I said this last night. It's almost like the original Space Jam, the one and only Space Jam, in which the plot sort of revolved around the fact that the NBA stars had their talent stolen.
Right.
Well, for the road team in this series, it looks like they've had their talent stolen, right? Didn't it look like last night the Phoenix Suns didn't have their talents anymore? They're out there like just a bunch of guys saying, how do we survive? Well, you don't. You're going to lose by 27 after you just won at home by 30. How do you do that? Yeah. Well,
it's got to be a record or something.
Okay, and I know you love you some Baby Bird, but I've got to awaken our faithful viewers to the fact that, because nobody saw this because this got swept under your little carpet that you have over there, but last night, Baby Bird, or Baby Sparrow, was 11 of 26 from the floor. That is not good. 11 of 26? He was 2 of 8 from 3. He was 9 of 14 from the free throw line. Wrong, right. They won by 27. It just doesn't matter. He got his 33. I give him that.
Yeah.
He made 2 or 3 plays where I said, wow, that is spectacular, because in the lane, when he gets you in the lane, you are on a string. You are a puppet on his string, because he just toys with you in the lane. And he was toying with Chris Paul, and he'd get 8 on skates out on the perimeter.
Right.
And they just look hopeless and hapless last night, to the point that I said, who are these people? So what am I going to get from Chris Paul in a Game 7? Well, you'd think.
Well, you don't know now, Skip, because it's been 4 games. At least in the Pelicans game, Skip, we saw it go. It was alternating. Bad game, great game. Bad game, great game. We've seen 4 subpar Chris Paul games. Is it going to be 5? Or will he? Because if it's 5, Skip, they're going home. You do realize that if he plays bad like he played last night, they're going home.
But they can't win with him scoring 9 points and 4 rebounds and 6 assists. It's just not good enough, because you're a co-star with Book. It's the 2 of you.
Right.
And usually you can't. I think they go as Chris Paul goes.
They do.
In the end.
Yeah.
Right?
But Skip, now you can't keep getting outscored by 30 from the 3-point line, by 10 or 11 from the free throw line, and turn the ball over 22 times while they turn it over 9. You're not going to win. Now, I'm assuming that Booker and Chris Paul is going to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to guard the 3-point line, because it seems like the Dallas is averaging about 15 threes per game. And they're Phoenix is awful from the 3-point line. They've been awful.
Although Phoenix in 3 home games has made 42%.
Well, see,
okay,
well, you're home.
Okay, I got it.
But I don't want them to put all their eggs in one basket and say we're home and everything's going to be okay. Because that kid right there, yes, Skip, he's not efficient. Because the shots that he's taking, you're like, damn, Luca, you do realize y'all up 18. You don't need to take a step back 3 in this situation. So he's not going to be efficient, Skip. He's not going to be Giannis or Bron or KD.
No.
He's gonna shoot probably in the 40%, mid 40s, high 40s. But boy, his impact on the game, Skip, the things that he can do, and you look at, Skip, I'm just watching him. I'm like, how? How in the hell can you do what you're doing? Bro, I believe I can out-jump Luca with 2 repaired hips. I believe I can, Skip.
I agree.
I believe I can get him.
Yep.
But he like dancing with the ball, and the next thing you know, he's laying the ball up at the rim. Skip, those are premium. It's not like Mikal Bridges is not an elite defender, because he is.
Hey, seriously, he's a genius in the lane.
Yes.
It's basketball genius. It's herky-jerky genius, shifty genius, but it's like he's playing at a different rhythm than everybody who's trying to guard him. And they grew up trying to guard this rhythm, and he's at this rhythm, and you can't guard it because you can't anticipate it. You can't mirror it because you try to do what you grew up doing, and all of a sudden he's not going up. I got to go. No, he got me again.
He did.
He always gets you.
It's good. When I heard him, he come out, he's like, well, it's easier to score in the NBA than it is in Europe. I said, man, they about to eat this dude up. they about to kill. I guess he's right.
Well, I think the guys who guarded him in Europe played at his rhythm. You know, like they could mirror his moves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's the thing, Skip. That's why I say he's like Bird. I'm not saying he's going to be as great as Bird, but when you look at him, he has the same kind of stature. You look at Bird like, bruh, how you can't jump over a deck of cards.
Yeah.
But guess what? 24 and 10 and 6 for a career, and 3 MVPs consecutive. He's the last guy to win 3 consecutive and 3 championships. Tells me he was a pretty good player. Skip, Luca. I mean, Chris Paul and them. Y'all better get the ball out of his hands. That's what I would do.
Well, all of a sudden last night I look up and Bullock is not only guarding everybody like a demon, like a first-team all-defensive ace, but he made 5 threes. And then Dinwiddie comes off the bench, and he's been quiet the whole series, and he makes 5 threes. Well, you can't stop that.
Right.
You're going to lose by 27.
And Kleber comes in, and he makes 3 of the 5 threes that he attempted.
Okay. So now roles reverse, and we go back to Phoenix. But it just feels like Dallas is gaining a little more confidence and a little more confidence and a little more confidence.
Right.
And even though for the whole series, Phoenix has won by 11 points. If you add up all the points for 6 games, Phoenix is plus 11.
Right.
I just got now a feeling that this is actually going to be a battle. This will be the first game that will be a battle because Dallas it's gravy for them. They've done what they needed to do. If they lose Game 7, they're not going to be shamed for it.
And I like the guy that the Mavericks have on the bench. I like Jason Kidd being there.
Boy, he's tough and he's smart, and they're being inspired by him on the defensive end.
Yep.
And the last we saw Dallas at Phoenix, they lost by 30, and they got locked up, locked down, locked out on defense.
Right.
I just don't feel like it's going to happen again. And if Chris stays on this arc of 9 points a game, boy, they're going to have to struggle to score. They struggled to score last night.
Yep.
And you can't ask Devin Booker to score 50. He's capable, but I don't think he can get it against Bullock 50.
Yeah. No.
So to me, I would give them a 49% chance, right? What'd you say, 48?
48.
Okay, I'd do 49 because it feels like it's going to be a close game. And it felt so close to me at the end of the game last night, even though I tweeted, just sarcastically, Phoenix by 20 because in Game 7, because that's how it's been going.
Right.
But then I slept on it. And I thought, man. And then late last night, I texted our man Lil Wayne because he and Chris are they're like brother close from their days in New Orleans together in the beginning. But CP3 always lights up and plays at a higher level when Wayne is in the front row. And I texted Wayne, I said, you better go to Phoenix for this game. And he says, I'm thinking I'd better. Yeah,
he better be out the front row and have his homeboys and everybody else to encourage Chris Paul. Because, hey, the question is, Skip, how Game 7's officiating is everything. Are they gonna let them play, or are they gonna? Because if they don't let them play, the guy that can get to the basket and draw the most fouls is 77 for the Mavericks.
Yeah. He doesn't shoot a high percentage, but if you let him shoot 15 or 20, he's going to make 70-some% of it.
Exactly.
Yep. I don't know, but I will be on the edge of my seat watching this.
Well, Skip, when it was 2-0 Phoenix, I said it's going to be a 7-game series. I'm not backing off that. I picked Phoenix. I'm gonna stick with Phoenix, but they made their work a lot more difficult than they needed to.
Well, maybe Dallas made their work more difficult.
Might be, you're probably right.
Because in the end, I got to tell you, I've lost some respect for the Phoenix Suns over these 6 games.
Right.
Some respect.
Yeah, and I don't know why he took JaVale McGee and inserted Biyombo.
I don't know. They had a shot at JaVale just sitting on the bench at the end of the game.
But he played big in the Pelican series. He played big early on in this series.
Well, he was DNP.
Coaches,
Yep. Okay.
Shannon, to your point, interestingly, there's only been 1 day off in between games for this entire series. Maybe that's wearing on Chris Paul. 2 days off this time. They don't play again until Sunday. We'll see how it shakes out.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.